Hello and welcome to the Unveil Academy. My name is Victoria Fenton and I am the CEO and principal here at Unveil. These videos, and there's going to be 4 of them in total, are designed to introduce you to our flagship course, the Unveil Academy Coach Training Certification Program that begins this year, this September 2022. And it's so exciting. It's such an exciting year for me. Now, whilst all of the information that I'm probably going to say is available on our website and in our curriculum brochure, I always know that it's so much nicer to feel like you're getting introduced to something in person. So that's what I've designed these videos to do. Now, there are going to be 4, as I said, but if you only want to watch one, I'm going to put as much information as I can into this first video, so it's the only one you really need to watch. In video 2, I'm going to go really in depth into the curriculum. I'm going to explain what we're going to be teaching, why we're going to be teaching it, and also how we're going to be teaching it, which is quite interesting and more important than the what sometimes. Third video is going to really run you through the different routes that we've got, and we've made it quite complex because we want to give as many options as possible to actually go through the training. So that's the third video, and I will walk you through the specifics involved in all of the routes. And the 4th video will sum it all up and explain to you a little bit about why this year is so special. And I will talk a little bit about that in this video, but if you really want to understand the benefit and the bonuses of being involved in year 1, that's going to be in video 4. So today, I am going to talk to you all about the why, my why. The why does this coaching industry, which is overrun with people and trainings and all these things, why did I think of creating another life coach certification? Well, the answer to that is that I looked at my own education. I have a long education in this kind of personal development, health, wellness space. And I reflected and realized that I needed to do multiple certifications in various different ways at various different times, just in order to feel like I was able to truly help my clients. I have a long history in functional medicine, and all of my functional medicine and wellness training seemed to be lacking something. I also have a long history in personal development and coaching techniques. All of those trainings seemed to just give me another tool, but didn't really tell me how to use it. Additionally, I have extensive training in human design, which is a great tool and a great bit of awareness that I have, but doesn't seem to be integrated anywhere within any coach training. So that's what Unveil set out to change. This coach training certification course is the only coach training certification course which also includes information around health coaching and human physiology and human design and gene key sequences, so linked systems of self-awareness and also trauma and wound sequencing within a more holistic transformational life coaching training package, which will include NLP, a little bit of CBT, somatics, trauma, the nervous system education, inner child, parts work, somatic practices, regulation, and the business of coaching. We're even going to talk about niches and avatars and systems and all the things that you need to just start in business as a coach, because I know from all of my trainings, I graduated and sort of was thrown into the world of actually dealing with real human beings as clients, and I didn't really know what I was doing, and I had to make it up as I went along, and I felt very unsafe. And that's not something that's great when you're being a high quality life coach, especially not a high quality holistic transformational life coach. So the goal of the Unveil Academy Coach Training Certification is that on graduation you feel so competent and confident within your own skill set, whilst also knowing your actual scope of practice and how to understand what to do if you need to refer out or build yourself a network to resource yourself as a practicing life coach. So it's exciting, and I'm really passionate about bringing this level of integrated education into the coaching space because it's unique. And my belief is that by allowing coaches to really learn more about the human condition, the change they will be able to support to occur within their clients will be much more effective, much more transformational, and much more sustainable. And that's the whole thing for me. I know a lot of motivational personal development coaching things that are around and the events that we go to and the conferences and those weekends where we think everything's going to change, and then suddenly everything falls back to not being any different at all. And that's not okay, in my opinion. I feel like we really need coaches who can be a stand for effective personal development and safe personal development. And that's the other thing about the Unveil Academy. Everything we do is designed to be trauma aware, trauma informed, and safe for students, and creating safe practitioners for every client that they come into contact with. It's important to me, particularly when setting up an education establishment, where as adults returning to school, all of our triggers about schooling and things like being tested all come up. And also, we're educating about trauma and past events and life experiences and the consequences of trauma and behavior patterns, and all of that will be like showing a mirror to our clients, which will bring stuff up. And doing that within the Unveil family, for me, I really wanted to create a safe, nourishing environment for our clients and our students and for everyone that we come into contact with, in order to ensure that everything that we do is healing in some way. So, from the way I've designed the flow through the year, and to be clear, this is an 11-month course with 9 pillars of education, which will include around 41, maybe 42 modules worth of education. And all of those will be on various topics through the pillars. So it's a long education. And designing that has been designed in a trauma-informed way. We're titrating the education, so it's deep weeks and lighter weeks and very cognitive weeks and very somatic weeks. It's very intentional to be nourishing as a process, not just educational as an outcome. And that's exciting to me. It's exciting to design journeys through this long, year-long container for students in very much the same way that I would for my own personal one-to-one coaching clients. So I'm just looking down at my notepad because there's a lot to get into these videos. So you will be certified as a result of going through this from Unveil as an academy. We are not registered with any certification boards because the topics we are touching on are not typically covered by the life coaching boards. We're going deep, we're going into trauma, we're touching on somatics, we're walking through inner child's work and parts work, the human design stuff, which is completely out of the coaching space in essence, and also human physiology, which means that we are intentionally putting ourselves in a supremely integrated space, but it means we're outside of where we could actually get some certification. That said, the Unveil Academy is affiliated to the Alethea Group and the Alethea Network, where we will be able to put your name and your credentials on our site so that we can show the world that you are certified by us and our education system, which will include tracked hours for coaching, monitored hours for coaching, coaching exchanges, and also an intensive education where there's live breakout rooms each session, each week, and each module. That said, those live breakout rooms are not observed by the entire school populace. They're not intensive, they're not designed to be stressful. Again, everything that we do is nervous system safe. We are really intentional about ensuring that our students are allowed to be their best and don't feel triggered and stressed when they're trying to learn their craft. And speaking of which, everything that we do at the Unveil Academy is going to be delivered in a multimodal way. And we start here. You'll see that this video has this video. You also have an audio that you can just download and a transcript of everything that I'm saying. That will be true for every single module of every single lesson and pillar in our entire course. The reason for that is because people learn in different ways. We're teaching a module on how people have different cognitive styles, and if we weren't paying attention to that as we educated, we wouldn't be doing things in a very diverse and neurodivergent and accepting way. And that's just what we do at Unveil. Everything is as broad as possible so that we can ensure that we are reaching and meeting the needs of as many of our students as possible. Saying that, all of the homework that is set can be submitted in a multimedia way as well. So if you like to do voice notes or videos or writing, all of that's available to you as a student. The homework isn't hard. The homework is to check our education as much as it's to check your comprehension, and it's not every week. The time commitment is substantial. I will get much more into that in the third video, and I will walk you through all the routes because it very much differs depending on what you want to do. But everything that we're doing is designed to feel super supportive. So this first year, I'm going to be literally, this is a year of my life, not just a year of your life. I will be very much in the student cohort. We will have a community group. It will not be on Facebook, but we will have a community group where you can learn and engage with the tribe and interact and all those things. And I will be available and there. I will also be, if I need to do extra Q&As, extra support, that will be available. We also have coaches to whom we can refer you should anything crop up and you need to actually talk it through with someone. We've done our best to design this in a way that's supremely supportive for everything that might crop up. But there is a reason this is our Founding Member Cohort year, which again, I discuss much more in video 4, but you're able to give us feedback this year. We will have an open feedback form if anything's cropping up, if you're feeling not quite sure about what's happening, we're available for those corrective measures for this first year. I'm so excited. I honestly feel like I've been through a lot in my life. I have been through a lot personally, I've been through a lot educationally. I've been through a lot of trying when it comes to how I coach, and it feels like there is a real value in the skill set that I've managed to discover, but delivering it in a way that makes sense. So pillar 8 is integration. We have 6 weeks of talking about how to pull all the bits together and really grasp that suite of tools and how to track your client, to know what to use when, where to focus when. Are we thinking about physiology or somatics? Are we thinking about mindset or inner child work? It really is, I'm going to help you develop your own map so that you can navigate coaching your clients. And anyone can do this work. It doesn't take a degree, it doesn't take being a psychiatrist. The most important part of being a healing human is being a healing human. And that's a skill that I believe everyone possesses. So if you've even half thought about what's this coaching thing, could I help someone? Could I be of support to someone? If you're the person that everyone goes to when they've got problems and you always seem to know the right thing to say, even if you think that your life isn't perfect and you think, oh God, I can't be a coach because imposter syndrome, list of all the reasons, you can, and the only thing that's required to get you from being compassionate and wanting to help to feeling like you have the skill set to do so is education. And I would absolutely love it if you felt like choosing the Unveil Academy was the right choice for you and your education, because I can't wait to dive in this September with beginning this whole training and all of the things that I've got coming up, which I will discuss much more in the next videos. But if you've already made the decision, there'll be buttons on this page wherever you found this video to register. There are also buttons on this page to get in contact. If you've got questions, feel free to ask them. Do check out the rest of the videos first, because the likelihood is I might answer them. But if you just want to know, do you think I'd be okay for this? Or, I've got this coming up in the coming year. Is this going to be too much? We are available to answer all of those questions either via email, or we will get one of our faculty to be in touch with you. So with that, that's a good first video, potted kind of comprehension of what's coming up. I will turn my page on my notebook because the next video is 2 whole pages of me diving into the pillars. But yeah, that's what the Unveil Academy is doing this year. And we've got great plans. And I would love it if you wanted to join us.